We felt that October 15th for the moratorium would be enough, but if we want to go to January,
From this date until October the 15th, if this passes. Is that correct?
I just said those were the two areas that I felt like could be corrected with this current ordinance. And she'd made the motion to change the title and change the date.
Okay. Right. Where are you at, Ms. Clerk?
I'm waiting for your changes to land in that resolution.
What was the date?
I just have
of the motion,
verbals.
the
January 1st. I believe.
January 1st.
January 1st?
Yes.
January 1st. Title change there and the date. Yes.
That meets the city attorney and give it to the clerk.
Okay, so there is no motion on the floor right now. Mr. You withdrew it?
Well, I will make a motion
Yes.
that we assign
You
this
withdrew your second.
resolution a number and read
Okay, let him.
the resolution for discussion. And for discussion. So we make sure everybody understands what we're reading. And then we can approve it.
I think the as it pertains to Title VII language may be extraneous, but I don't think it harms the rest of it.
I'm not sure that's reading. I left it
Sorry.
there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is not to add a number. This is just to
No,
read
this
for
is to
discussion.
add a
Add a
number.
Okay.
Add a number and read for discussion.
Okay. Signs, okay. So, yes with the number,
Yes, for the number.
585.
May I look over
Oh,
your
yeah,
shoulders?
I mean, is it clear to you?
We're not, this is for discussion, yes? Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead and read, and I'll read with you. And maybe, hopefully I won't have to discuss.
585.
All signs to digital signs.
A resolution of, Resolution 585, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas, declaring a moratorium on approval of any new digital or electronic signs as it pertained to Title VII, signs of the municipal code. Whereas the City Council of the City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas, in conjunction with the Planning Commission, is in the process of correcting administrative errors in Title VII, signs. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas, Section 1, that a moratorium on the approval of any new digital or electronic signs as they pertain to Title VII of the Eureka Springs Municipal Code hereby declared to be effective on the reading and passage of this resolution until January 1, 2012. Section 2, the building official will be notified in writing by the Office of the Mayor, City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas, if the cancellation of this moratorium occurs prior to the above referenced date.
Ms. Ballance.
I would like to see the word new, just the word new stricken from any new signage here and approval of any new, well, digital, electronic. Can we just strike the word new? Because then it would say approval of any digital/electronic signs. And down here it would say a moratorium on the approval of any digital/electronic signs. Slash the new, that word new? Is that okay?
Because there isn't any
Old.
Yeah.
Well, who knows? Somebody will come in here. Well, this is an old one. We can slap it up.
Okay.
It's used. Just being picky.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
So what was the agreement on new?
Just take out new.
Yeah, here and here. Other than that, I'm cool with it. What about you guys?
Okay.
Okay.
Move to approve the resolution.
That's actually an amendment. You need to take a vote on that,
Oh,
even though it
okay.
appear all to be in agreement.
Okay.
Okay.
Make the motion.
I move to amend the original motion to strike the word new in two places on resolution number
585.
585.
Second. Okay. Made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carried.
Move to approve resolution number
585.
585 as amended.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
That's
Roll
going to
call.
be their
Oh,
roll
wait.
call.
Okay, this is a roll call.
Thank you. Good
Very good.
catch.
Sorry I made that so difficult.
Yeah, we'll get even with you later.
Mr. Berry?
Yes.
Ms. Ballance?
Yes.
Mr. Pownall?
Yes.
Mr. Raphael?
Yes.
4-0.
Okay.
Good work, team.
Okay, that was done? Correct? Okay. All right, just making sure before we move on. All right, number 5 under new business is discussion of requirements for finance director. Ms. Ballance, Dr. Kirkpatrick.
Move to discuss.
That's number 6.
Second.
I'm sorry?
Well, it's still actually number 5, but we
Yeah.
moved number 8 up
Okay.
to number 1, but that makes 8 still number 1, but it was the
All right,
first.
let's just go with
It's crazy.
discussion of requirements for finance director and skip the number.
Okay.
Okay.
Who is the second?
I was.
Made and seconded. Floor is open.
Would you like to go first?
What guidelines are you using when you're doing these interviews for a finance director?
I don't have my copy of.
Just basically going by
Yeah,
the.
it's the ordinance 2004 that was adopted for the finance director's position. 2004. Yeah. And I think it's
Do you
in
happen to know how it's codified?
this book back.
This one?
No. Mr. Penna?
Did you say you currently don't have any applications? that you
We have some,
consider?
but they're getting down to the point that they live in California and other states. I know.
I don't know if this is appropriate or not, but do we know, are we not, since we had one hired, do we not know if our numbers aren't right for salary, or the job's more than what they thought it was, or
Well-
is there any feedback that we can get before we start saying we want to
Well, one
change?
gentleman, he had an $80,000 a year job. He came over for the interview. He decided that, and he stated in the interview that money was an issue. He went home, said he liked the area. He would drive back and forth. Called back the next day and said, I can't make the pay cut because what we offered were starting around 38 plus the, I think the vehicle allowance or whatever. I can't remember what it is now. I'm getting kind of hazy here. So it would have been around 40. He couldn't make the pay cut, so he said, I can't do it, and kept his $80,000 a year job.
So I was kind
Is
of
that the ordinance?
hoping we might be able.
That's the codification.
This is the codification here, but where does it say requirements like this person should be a
There are
CPA
none.
or this person should have experience in municipal accounting or any kind of
It doesn't say that it.
direction that might help us know what we're looking. I mean, I have one. Are we just looking for a glorified secretary, or I mean, are we trying to get somebody who's a CPA, or?
Well, this
I
gentleman
suppose it
was a
might be
CPA. He had it.
Kind of
He
hard
had it
if they
lapsed.
want a lot of money.
You
right?
are kind of delving into something that's administrative more
Yeah.
than. I mean, he's going to be doing the interviews, determining what he needs as a department head. It's kind of like you don't necessarily get say on what qualifications your police chief has necessarily, or your fire department chief, or I mean, you get some say later on. But right now, if he comes to you and he says, I'm having trouble hiring somebody with the right qualifications because I don't have enough money, then that's a budgetary issue. But tell him he has to hire, or he has to only interview certified public accountants, maybe beyond your purview.
Well, I'm sort of like asking, because I went through this and I saw there wasn't any criteria,
Yeah.
any kind of criteria. I'm sort of asking,
The questions
what
we
are
ask
looking
are,
for?
first, if we look at the resume and if it says CPA or a past CPA, we ask them, can you be recertified? We ask them if they have municipal funding or fund accounting experience. They'll give me an answer. We ask them if they have worked with certain programs. They give us an answer. We go through everything we go through sitting here at this table. So I think we cover the whole gamut, Mister.
Is the money the big issue? Is that the major issue?
It has been so far. That is the biggest one.
Is there any way to adjust that?
I can't justify paying a person coming in what the previous finance director was making with the years that she had in service. I can't do that. It wouldn't be fair to anybody else in the city.
Very crucial position in the city.
It is, sir, and we're busting our
One of
house
the
trying to get
most.
it done, Mr. Pownall.
Well, it's like a lot of things that we've done in this town. You know, it's a little bit too late to change the code because the code only spells out the duties and the responsibilities. It doesn't earn powers.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't give the qualifications. Unfortunately, I don't feel personally we can wait a whole lot longer to get a finance director on board, and if the mayor in an administrative capacity is using judgment based on what the duties and responsibilities are, I would hope he knows what he needs to hire, and if we need to change the code later on to show what the minimum requirements might be for some reason, then fine. But I think we need to press forward with getting his finance director.
That would be in your purview as the city
And if-
council to list what qualifications you want. As of now, I don't believe there's listed in the job description in 2004. Okay, to the Johansson, but not in the code book. Yes, sir.
Well, I guess it goes back to what Mr. Raphael was saying. Is there anything that we can do to help you? Is it a financial thing that we need to
Okay.
look at?
All right, I'm going to be as blatantly honest as I can without being insultive. As we, they keep in track of what's going on at the city council meetings. and there again, I'm trying not to be insulted, but I'm just telling you what I've been told. They are scared to death of what's coming out of this table, out of this room, at certain times.
Who's they?
The folks that are applying.
Oh, scared of what?
The
Being held accountable?
No, ma'am. It's all the other. Let me finish. They see. Okay, just being told. We were told, why do I want to come to work for a city where people are trying to change the form of government, where they're trying to move it to a second-class city, where they're always messing with the departments? That's the concerns that I've met with so far. Mr. Pownall.
Those 3 points right there, I don't think have ever been issues at this table. They may be being picked up because potential city business is being discussed on the local blogs and stuff, but I would like to ask the city attorney if this would not be more appropriate to discuss in an executive session, because it does pertain to personnel. Not necessarily tonight either, just does it fall under
If
our
you're
purview?
considering a particular applicant, that would be appropriate, but discussing what is being
Philosophy.
discussed here, I don't think.
No, what I'm saying, he's saying that he's got applicants, and the issue
Had.
is money.
Yeah.
And we could go into executive session and determine what the applicant's record looks like and what kind of money he's been told that would need, and be able to look at. If not, then he's wasting his time. We aren't giving him any help.
I think what he's telling you is he doesn't have any particular applicant to bring to you at this point,
No, I don't.
salary-wise or otherwise. He's still trying to find that applicant or applicants to bring to you.
Is there any kind of flexibility? Say you just happen to come across a perfect candidate and they just needed a little bit more money. Is there any
I wish they'd come
flexibility
on.
there?
I wish they would come on. I keep going through those applications thinking maybe I missed something, but I haven't yet. I mean, I don't think. And yes, sir.
I think this would be an appropriate, based on the questions that have come out at the table. We have a mid-year budget review when? 8/29.
Mm-hmm.
11 days from now. Let's see if there's even any money to hire a finance director,
Okay.
keep the city running, and address it during the mid-year budget review to see if we do have, we can let you know that there's
If that's
Oh,
council's
oh.
wish,
a free.
I'm telling you that.
Do we need to have a finance director
relaying
that
what I've
works
been
for
told.
the city?
I'm sorry.
Do we have to have a finance director that works for the city?
By ordinance, we do. Yes, sir.
By ordinance, we
Yes.
do.
This city established
We
ordinance.
couldn't use an outside firm.
Contracted out.
We may be able to change our ordinance. If I recall correctly, state statute, does state statute not allow you to farm that out if you wish? Perhaps
I'd
that's
have to go
a,
back and look at it.
perhaps that's an
I've
avenue
been
we should
working with the
explore.
applications we got from our advertisements. Yes, sir.
Can we make a motion in regards to the discussion that's on the table?
This is your meeting, sir.
I make a motion we postpone this to the mid-year budget review on the
Second.
29th.
29.
Made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Number 6 has been postponed under new business. Number 7, discussion of hospital board commission.
Move to discuss.
Second.
Made and seconded. Discussion open.
I would move to, or postpone till the next meeting of September the 1st.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. Motion carried. All right. I don't have a number 8 because we moved him up first. Next will be agenda setting. Move to discuss. Yeah.
Second. Move to discuss.
Yeah. Everybody getting punchy now. Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
All right. Made and seconded. Floor is open.
That's just to make a motion to add it as we're going, or how we? I'm
Like
ready to-
like we have been before.
Motion to discuss, yeah.
Yeah. Motion to discuss it.
Motion to discuss.
Ms. Ballance.
Where are we with the taxi limo deal?
Mayor tax exempt.
We need to have a workshop on that after things settle down a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
Mr. Pownall.
I'd like to have doesn't necessarily have to be a discussion, but the issue that came up with parks, and it's come up with different commissions and also the city, I'd like to see a discussion of the surety bond requirement by department and what the current status is.
For all departments or just parks?
All departments.
Okay, all
And
departments.
So we should not have a report?
Excuse me?
Should not have a report? Just have it be a report.
Just to provide the list of all the surety bonds within the city officials that are required by ordinance.
Okay.
Second.
Next.
I don't want to add it to this agenda, but I hope sometime real soon we get to talk about infrastructure and streets and sewer pipes and water pipes and walls, because they're in disrepair, and we
So we're going to have a mid-year
that's
budget.
something we really need to talk
And
about
next year
that in
budget.
that. Yeah, yeah. Really like to see us make some progress in that. Help enable whoever we need to move forward on that sort of thing.
Let's start somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Move
all I
forward
have, sir.
every day. Any other additions on the agenda? Next agenda, Mr. Pownall.
Where are we at? And I'm trying, I don't want to do what I did last meeting. Where are we at on the land bank reading? Did it pass and I slept through it, or did it get postponed?
I think we were going to
Postponed
talk
to the
about it at the mid-year budget meeting too,
budget
right?
review.
Your budget, okay. Just want to make sure, just when I'm moving my new and used and
Okay.
unfinished business.
that the only
I get
addition?
confused.
Okay, there's no further. Move on to council comments. Mr. Pownall.
I'll try to be brief because I know this meeting went longer than normal. The question I get asked most, and I think it's probably the most discussed thing right now in Eureka Springs, is Walmart. I've been asked what my opinion is. My opinion is personal, and I gave up my personal opinion on January the 1st whenever I took the oath to represent the city the best way I could. I have one book of laws that I follow for my personal agendas, and that's got 10 rules in it, and it's very easy to follow. Unfortunately, the hard work comes with the professional agenda, and that's this big book, in case anybody's interested and never seen one, plus the one we have for the city code. The only thing that I would like to address at this point, as I emphasized earlier, I would like to not see us get the cart before the horse on this whole process, that we make certain that each of the steps are followed, and if it comes to this table for discussion, that it comes at the proper time. And I would beseech those who always have a concern, and even those that don't, hold your city officials accountable from, and I will respectfully say, from the mayor's office all the way to the last person that has any input in this process, to ensure that whether it's got the Walmart name behind it or ABC Gum Company, that everything is done in the best interest of this city and it follows the code. I go back many times to the conversation that happened at this table several years ago when Judge Ohm came in and addressed council. You can never get in trouble if you follow the code. So citizens, hold us accountable for those things that we have in effect. Don't blame us necessarily for something that we weren't able to foresee and say, well, if you'd had an ordinance in effect, then this wouldn't be happening. Help us. If you want to walk a petition for sending to Walmart, that's your concern. We at this table cannot control industry coming or not coming into this town unless they don't want to follow the code. So all I'm saying is hold the proper offices accountable for their actions. And again, I appreciate the input, and it was really nice that Doc's request that make it before the meeting instead of after helped, because it sure kept me busy today. Thank you.
Mr. Berry.
Nothing.
Mr. Raphael.
I would just like to thank all the people that called and yelled and the ones that called and talked this week, and keep it up. Thank you.
Excellent. Ms. Ballance.
Happy birthday, JR, wherever you are.
Hit it? All right. I may have been a little remiss in starting this thing, but we send out our best wishes to Dr. Kirkpatrick, who is home with a physical ailment at this time. We are concerned about his health. We did speak to him today, and he has seen a doctor, and he's on meds and taking it easy. So whenever you get ready, Doc, come on back, but don't until you're ready. That's the only thing I've got on that one. Well, let me go back up here. I'd just like to say, in just a summation, is I'd like to thank the council for their efforts on the Grand Street issue, Grand Slide, Spring Street Slide, whichever one you want to call it. It is finished. I think the work was exemplary, and we're getting multiple drainage off of that thing now. The water's always running off of that thing through that new pipe they put in, the new drain. We did have 6 to 7 FEMA gentlemen show up here, and let me straighten that up. There were 3 FEMA, there was 2 from the state, and 1 from the Corps of Engineers. Did come up and look at our slide. They think there may be reimbursements from the top and bottom for labor and materials. We had them look at Black Bass Dam, which is it's in really bad shape, but they're thinking that they've took pictures, they talked to us, they're going to look at all the plans, everything that has been done before, and they're going to go with what their code says, just like we have to here. If it says we qualify, then we may get some reimbursements. If it says we don't, then it's back to us. They were given the options of the just riprap cure to the front of the thing where rockets were stacked up against it for just sheer weight. They were also given the more expensive one of the blocked rock fascia that goes back on it to make it a little more historical. They're currently looking at all this, and we're cooperating with everything we've got because we would like to get these situations taken care of. The other issue is our ambulances are in, both of them. We had a photo op the other day, and yeah, and these units are awesome. Won't go into great detail, but we know people who've had to use them, and they provide excellent room, excellent care. They're secure, they're safe. They haven't broke down the side of the road. They don't intend to break down the side of the road. And the council did a great thing by affording us the money for those two very great additions to our fire EMS security system here in town. With that, I have a list of stuff here, a short list, thank goodness, of events that are going on. August the 19th through the 21st, Bluegrass Weekend coming up. Probably started tonight. Wait, this is the 18th. Starts tomorrow night. August the 20th, the Colgate/KTHS Country Showdown National Talent Contest from 2 to 8 at Pine Mountain Jamboree. Pretty good event, local event. August the 26th through the 29th is the 19th Annual VW Festival here in Eureka Springs. We don't have an estimated amount of people coming. August the 25th, the public hearing on the Climate Action Plan here in this room at 7 p.m. Also, I've been given a note that says the city's website has changed servers, so if